Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, America. Good morning to you, y'all. And Rickey, listen here. No election or issue is too small if it impacts our community. Don't sit on the sidelines this year. Be empowered and get involved. Log on to newsone.com/vote and register to vote. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. All right, y'all. Lala Anthony, y'all, in an interview with Essence Magazine, Lala Anthony, y'all, she opened up about co-parenting with Carmelo Anthony. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the two share 13-year-old son, little Kyan. And she said, quote, my son is at the center of everything. He is watching us. So if we're out here being regulars or not leading with love, then what kind of example are we setting for him about how he should treat women or how people should treat and love each other? Then she also wanted to say, y'all, a lot of times people forget that, and she understands because, you know, you get emotional when you're going through different things in relationships. She said, I always want my son to be able to say, no matter what, my parents loved each other and my parents loved me. Isn't that nice?
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. I wonder if he knew about when his dad had that outside child when he was cheating. Because, you know, I mean, it was
that ain't got nothing to do with him.
Yes, it does. He's a child, and she said, honey, no matter what, his parents loved him and stuff like that. But I mean, if the dad out there, you know, bringing other children into the household and stuff, and the mom and dad was married, I mean, that's not a good look, I don't think.
So, Eva, at what age do they sit there and explain that to the baby, you know, before he old enough that I'll start getting teased about it at school?
I think each kid is different, and I think you have to know your child. Like my husband was adopted, and his family told him when he was 5 years old. Now, my daughter, who's almost 7, still doesn't know that her dad isn't her biological dad, and I'm not at the point to tell her because I don't think she's ready. So I think each parent has to kind of gauge that for themselves and know where their kids are at. So if you see a void, I think that at that point, there's time for a conversation.
Do you think a parent should tell the child that I'm not your biological parent?
At some point, I mean, you better tell them before they find out.
Well,
but you know what the biggest fear is, Rickey? And I think so many moms out there that can relate to me. The biggest fear is taking that innocence away from your kid. Like taking like the moment that they know that they no longer have that idea. You think you can never unring that bell. And so I just want to make sure I do it in a way that is healthy for my child. So as she matriculates through life, you know, she is a well-rounded person despite what she couldn't help as a child.
Right. Yeah, because growing up in our household, my oldest brother from my mom, we never knew my daddy was his stepdaddy or half daddy, whatever you want to call it. It was all daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, I took, you know, I mean, they're just stuff, you know, taking in, you know, kids and because father is what father does. Don't nobody care nothing about biological genes. You can have biological garbage.
Yeah.
You understand? You know, irresponsible, not paying child support, not helping, not visiting, not trying to be a father. And then you got a total stranger, you know, just out of the love and the relationship of the mother, you know, take in the kids too and learn to love the kids just like you love the mother and become the best parent ever. You know, so I live that right there, you know.
Yeah, because we didn't have step.
No. I never used the term stepdaughter. You know, they mine.
Yep.
And they don't look like me and don't have my biological gene. They have my ways and my likeness.
They act like you.
That's absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Beyonce's producer, y'all, was arrested and charged with being a serial rapist. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Beyonce, her Grammy-winning producer, y'all, guy by the name of Detail, he's been arrested and charged, y'all, with 15 counts of sexual assault. Now, they're saying the Los Angeles County Sheriff Department claimed that the sexual assault happened between 2010 and 2018. Now, the police told the media through a release that Special Victims Bureau detectives believed that there were an additional potential victim, and they all were seeking public help in identifying such the victims, y'all. Now, the guy by the name, he called him Detail, but his real name is Noel Fisher. Now, he's credited, y'all, for producing Drunken Love, and he did Beyonce's entire Lemonade album. Now, they say he also worked with Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, and Drake. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Detail has been the subject string of assault allegations before. Now, they say back in 2018, two female artists, Christina Booch and Peyton Ackley, accused him of rape and filed a restraining order against him. Well, you know, I had to do my homework, so I had to Google these girls. Now, Miss Christina Booch is a European woman, and she got $15 million, honey, out of the deal so far from Mr. Detail. Now, they said at the time, the details of the alleged rape went viral. Now, they said the sheriff department said that Fisher is being held on a bail of $6.29 million and urge anyone who has information, y'all, to call the Special Victims Bureau, you know, to talk about it, whatever. Now, how do people do that? You know, I mean, this man, you're rich, and you could get any woman you want, you would think. So why would a person rape a person?
I don't know.
Well, has it been founded to be true?
Well, if Miss Booch got her $15 million, something was true about it.
Well, not particularly, Gary, because sometimes they make settlements, and Ricky, you know how the court system goes. You spend more money in just trying to hire your attorney than it is just to get this little lady some money and let her go away.
$15 million
make it go away.
But $15 million ain't no go away money, honey. That's a lot of money. So,
I mean, if you suing for $100 million, get somebody $15 million just for it to go away. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to sit up there. By the time you go to court, you're going to end up paying more anyway, even if you
lawyer
win.
fees.
In attorney fees.
Yep.
So that's not an admission of guilt by settling. And sometimes you're just trying to get on with your life, because when you sit there and you have to do hours and hours of depositions, and they start digging into other stuff, and they start getting into your finances and your taxes, and next thing you know, it causes a lot of problems for you. So the best thing to do is to settle and let it go away and continue to build.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep Detail lifted in our prayers then, y'all, because this is a very sad situation. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is pony. On the high end, you say pony, and on the low end, you say beautiful white. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all get it up at Gary with the team.